Hello there everybody, my name is Wattles and welcome back to our 1.14 Minecraft series, Let's Play Guide World Thing. I hope you're doing well today. A lot has happened in between episodes. I have the bad omen. I've been a very bad guy, I guess. I have a little bit of sand. I should have gotten more. I have a lot of terracotta, and even better, I have some loot boxes for us to open. At the end of the last episode where we did the mob farm, I said I would be AFK fishing, and AFK fishing is exactly what I did. So let's go through these books here. We're looking for mending as always, and you know, I always save this for on camera because I think it's fun, like to go through these books and see if we have anything. It's kind of exciting too, of course. It gets even more exciting if I have mending, if I have mending. Oh no. Oh yes, okay, so one mending so far. I did AFK overnight, like, so I don't know, 7-8 hours, and I got one mending book this time. It doesn't look like I hit the lottery, but we do have unbreaking right there. That's good. We need unbreaking on our elytra. You know what, I'm gonna pull that unbreaking book out. I like the silk touch, but I'll look through these another time and try and find another unbreaking book. But there we go. Not the best, but one more set or one more case of mending. That's not bad. Now we have one more thing that we need to check before we do anything today, and that is the mob farm. Now, partway through my AFK session, I did come back and check my mob farm, and I saw that a chest was almost full. So I went ahead and did this, and oh my gosh, we are overflowing. We have some redstone up top too. That would have been from a witch. Wow. This thing works, and it works, I would say, fairly well. All of these hoppers are full. Wow. Okay. We are going to need a better storage system, that's for sure. If this thing is going to overflow that fast, wow, the timings must be perfect. I don't think I want to change a single thing about the timing, but the big thing that I do want to change is how the farm looks. Today is going to be all about the aesthetics of our giant, friendly, awesome mob farm. I have a really cool idea, and for that idea I needed lots of sand because we need glass, concrete, white concrete, and red terracotta. So let me go ahead and, I guess, collect up all of our stuff, set up a small build station over there, and then we'll start talking about exactly where we're going with the build today. And today is the day that we continue to use scaffolding. I don't know if I have enough, but I should be able to start with the scaffolding, and if I need to make more, I will just make more. So, the build, the farm, what are we going to turn it into? Well, I really like the look of the red terracotta on the bottom, so I figured that we would take the red terracotta on the bottom and pull it all the way up. We are going to enclose this whole farm, so it won't be open, but we'll take red terracotta and go up on the sides, and then we'll mix some glass in there too, and then I think white concrete bands, like circular bands going around the whole edge of the build here, I think would look really cool. So that's the whole vision. That's what we're thinking, or what I'm thinking. We'll leave it like that. That's a little more mysterious. And so for the red dye, wait, where's my shulker box? Oh, okay. So for the red terracotta, we'll of course start with that, and then we have more flowers over here to dye this stuff. Then the white concrete, I'll need to go find more gravel. That's the one thing I didn't get. I thought I had more gravel than what I have. I guess I don't. And then finally the glass, will be smelting it up. But I think we should start with the red terracotta. This is going to be semi-dangerous though. And that means I should... I need my feather falling boots. So I'm a little afraid. We died last episode. That was our third death in the world. But hey, it's okay. Only one death for this whole build. I'm not really going to complain about that. But today is going to be the challenge because we're going to be building up along the side, and I have a feeling the skeletons will see me and try to shoot me. And if they shoot me like even once, I could fall off of my whole scaffolding tower that I'm making right now. And unfortunately, I hate to put it this way, but die. So I don't really know how I'm gonna pull this one off. Oh, okay. Oh, that's scary. How do I go out from here if I want to go? Okay, that's how. All right. No. Oh, oh. I know how to use scaffolding, of course. What do you mean? Okay, so we need to go up from here. Well, I know we have to definitely pull the stone out, unfortunately, along the bottom edge here. So I guess we could start there. We could go down and just quickly do this. We are going to flood the ground below us. It is what it is, but it must be done. So I guess we'll start here. We'll start with this. So here's what I'm thinking. We'll have a giant window on this side. Like all middle 5 will be a window. Then, oh boy, oh no. I knew that would happen. Okay, not bad. Oh, the scaffolding stuff is difficult. I don't know why I'm struggling so much with it. But anyways, we need to go back up. Yes, I knocked my scaffolding thing down so I could make it perfect. It was a necessary step in the build, trust me. Why is there floating scaffolding? I'm just gonna leave it for now. But anyways, so we have a big window over here, and unfortunately, I think I need to do things with... Well, you know, I think we could actually probably come back in and do panes. Mobs won't ever land on this thing. I mean, I haven't noticed them landing on it. So we'll do panes. Oh, that was my fortune pick. So glass, then we could do maybe another beam. Well, how about this? We do 2 glass, okay? Then we could do another red beam. Are they gonna fall? Nope. So to catch this side up, we have this going there, and then we have red beam there. Then we could do, I guess, 2 glass in the middle. So there, well, oh, but if we do glass over here, we need solid blocks. I guess that's not a problem, though. We could do solid blocks and then panes in the middle to save materials. Absolutely. I think that's good. Now, with these red things, I think they should just go straight up, but I'd like to have 3 white rings around this, and wherever the rings go, and the rings will just kind of go around the edge, we'll do red terracotta behind them, because I think our rings should definitely pop out. Like, they should be sitting on the outside of the build, like not flat with the wall, which means we will definitely need to block spawns on those rings, but it'll be okay. So I think that's most of the build and what I'm thinking about doing, and I think that means it's time for me to start actually doing. And I was thinking about it, and I think the best way to do this is a little bit of a Q&A time-lapse right here. So in my usual fashion, I'll be tweeting out a tweet and just answering a bunch of questions. I will most certainly need to be taking some breaks in here to go get resources. I did not realize the large amount of glass that I would need, so you can count on that. But the Twitter is at itiswattles, and the questions are coming in right about now. Ho ho ho, whoa, past me, did somebody say Q&A time-lapse? Yes? Oh, okay, well, here's future me, and it's time for some questions. So first and foremost, thank you everybody and anyone who asked me a question, and question number 1 is from none other than Cynic Sin. The question, Wattles merch. That's it. And the answer, Wattles merch, thinking emoji. Question number 2 is from bat emoji, but it's not a bat emoji, it's the words bat emoji. The question, do you care to comment on my personal theory that white concrete powder is really just diorite in disguise? And you've done a lot of damage to me with that one. That's scary. I have to hard disagree. No, this kind of relates to the build too, and you didn't even know that, but no, white concrete is beautiful. Diorite, we cannot speak of that. No, disagree. Don't. Memes Bruh asked, how did you feel when your video about pewds got into Luai? And oh man, I was excited. This was a crazy moment. I made the video, it was like 10 tips for pewds, and I just thought it would be a fun video. Like, I was watching the series, he was a beginner, and it was innocent, and it was fun, and it was cool, and yeah, I just thought it would be a cool idea. I didn't think you would ever see it, and it was so surreal. It also happened the same day my play button came, and that was just crazy. I was like, whoa, wow, that's wild. Next up is a question from Reese McCully. I guess it's more of a request. Reese asked me to rate their doggo from 1 to 10, and then there was a picture, and the doggo is definitely a 10. I must say, Reese, I like it, and it brings up the point again that I need a dog. I need my own doggo of my own in real life. I have the Minecraft ones, but I don't have a real life one, and I want one. And finally, the last question for now is from Infinite Machina. The question was, what are your favorite mods, and when are you going to sing this song? The song is, of course, Revenge, a Minecraft parody of Usher's DJ God Has Fallen in Love. I will be singing that next episode, so stay tuned for that. I'll do it in somewhere in the episode. And then my favorite mods. I don't do a lot of modding. I really like Optifine, if that's a mod even anymore, and the SCP mod. The SCP mod is pretty cool. But I think with that, we're going to swing back over into the build. So thank you everyone for your questions, and let's get back to the project. So I'm cutting back in here to say that, this is actually all really, really easy. Surprisingly, like, knock on wood, it's not done yet, but I have all of the red frame blocks in, and it's been so easy. Like, as long as I can stay up here, then the mob spawning is not bad. I think we're way too close to the farm for things to actually spawn, which, hey, I am definitely not complaining. So now I'm going to start filling in the glass, and then finally, I have marked where the white circles on the outside will go with cobblestone, so that will be probably the last step, because I'll need to stop and go get more gravel, definitely down in the mines, and I think I'm going to be really happy with the final product. Now the ceiling, or the roof of this thing, we will reshape that and do it all in, probably all in red terracotta as well. I do know that the top needs to be changed as well. The inside platforms, those are fine, that can all be cobblestone. Oh boy, that's really cool looking. I think that's awesome. So here's the technique that I've been using. Every time I go down, when I come back up, I sit here and I wait. So any mobs that have spawned in here should be flushed out if there were any spawns. It doesn't look like there were any this time. Minecraft mobs won't spawn within, I believe it is like 24 blocks of the player. So as long as we are up here in this farm, no spawning will be happening, which makes this whole project really, really easy. I expected this thing to take way more time than it is so far, but hey, no complaints at all. So, while I wait for the next bit of glass to smelt up, let's go ahead and run over to the storage room and see if I have a better shovel. So, on this diamond shovel, I have Fortune 3. If there is Fortune 3 on any shovel, whenever you dig up gravel, you are only going to get flint, and that is not good. So we have an Unbreaking 3 one right there, and then over here we have Unbreaking 3 Efficiency 3. I think I'll take this Efficiency 3 one and go down into the mines, because my gravel stock is, like, really low, and it's because of this Fortune 3 shovel, honestly. Any gravel that I've been digging up, I've been turning into flint, and that's not good for, at least for what we're trying to do today. Ooh. I didn't expect to find these down here. Don't mind if I do, though. I will take these with my Fortune 3 pick. I don't mind it. That's pretty nice. 21? Oh my gosh, I definitely don't mind that. Thank you very much. Alright, well, the glass blocks in the corners are done. I don't really know what to do about this one here. I'm thinking maybe, honestly, maybe that is probably the best way to do it. I don't really want the stone slabs there. I could maybe see them, and yep, that'll be ugly. But now it's time to go down and make a bunch of white concrete and talk about the rings, because there's something special we'll definitely have to do to them. And oh man, I don't think I'm ever gonna get tired of the mobs falling. Like, with the future builds that we do, I definitely want this to become like a centerpiece of our world, because it's so cool looking. Like, the mobs falling, imagine me walking around doing something, rambling like normal, and then there's like spiders and creepers falling in the background. That would be really cool. Now, this is completely unrelated to the project, but unfortunately, I have to report that I think the world lag is worse in 1.14.4. I've been dealing with it for a few episodes now, unfortunately, and yeah, things just seem to be going way slower, and then like kind of jumping back ever since I, updated this world to 1.14.4. I definitely know it's not the mob farm because I experienced it throughout the tour episode as well. So it's definitely a bummer. It's something that is very annoying, like to open a chest and then nothing happens. So then I click on it again and then like it opens and closes. I don't know. It's weird. I guess it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's definitely a bummer. And the thing that bums me out even more about all of the world issues is possibly the fact that 1.14 is done. So we'll have to wait till 1.15 to see any type of fix, and who knows how far off that is. But now that I have a stack of concrete, I think we can start the stripes, but I have a secret to tell you. The stripes aren't even. I got as close as I could, so the top concrete stripe is 3 blocks from the bottom of the window, and the bottom one is 3 blocks from the bottom, but the middle one is, I think, 7 blocks from one and then 8 from the other, so small amount of unevenness. But what I'm thinking about doing with this is literally just wrapping it all the way around the edge of this farm. Now, we will need to worry about mob spawns on this thing, and when I say worry about, I mean like prevent them. So how are we going to do that? Well, buttons. Buttons are wonderful for preventing mob spawns, and they are almost invisible. I don't think there would be any way in the world that I would ever really see these buttons around the side of this thing unless I was flying, and if I'm flying, I guess it kind of is what it is. Obviously, I would love to incorporate light around this thing, but if I start to place light sources, then I risk, lighting all of that up, and that's not what we want. So buttons will be the way that I do this. And then when we get to these windows, I'll have the stripe go into the window a little bit, and panes will connect in between everything else. I'm not really worried about these stripes kind of going in on these corner ones because these are solid blocks. So in my mind, in my imagination, the solid blocks are sturdy. The panes need some extra support. So, yep, that's kind of what I'm thinking here with the build. And I think the stripe will look good like this. But let's take a look and see if I actually like the idea. It could maybe not look good. So let's see. What do we think? I still really think one of those corners needs to be changed, but I think I like it. It's hard to tell with the top like that. Maybe I should go and fix the top to replicate the bottom, because that's all throwing me off. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I think I am in love with not the storage building, not the bamboo farm, but the mob farm. Oh yeah, I am. Oh, I forgot windows. I guess I'll have to be going back up there, but it's done, and I think it looks good. Now, I don't know if you guys saw that the cloud was in the mob farm and it made it look weird, but watch what I can do with my magical powers of Optifine. We can move the clouds up just a little bit so they don't cut through my farm and make it look weird, because when they cut through they make like the ceiling look all white, and I don't know, it just looks weird. But that's the mob farm. I think I am really happy with it. I decided to add a little bit of thickness to the rings on the sides over there to make it more of a circle, but I think it's time to update the map and see if I put anything on top of the farm. Oh boy, did he do it? Did he actually do it, or did he not? Oh man. Oh, nope. Doesn't look like anything is on top of the farm today, but I think that's really cool looking. I'm like very excited about it. By the way, this is what it looks like from the window. I think that's really neat. But yeah, so now we need to talk about the landing platform at the bottom just a little bit. Now, I was thinking about doing, the whole area below the farm today, but I just don't think I can. Now, why do you say? Well, it's not because I'm lazy. It's not any of that. It's a lack of an idea. So I'm imagining our road in here will like cut over towards the mob farm. It's a pretty big thing, but this is all undeveloped land, and I need to figure out what's going on and fill it in. And this is where our slime chunk would be if we're going to use this one still. I just don't know. Like I need to get buildings closer, basically, is what I'm saying. Like, if I'm putting a smithing or a smelting building, it needs to be on the hill, and I need to get it in so I can have a clear vision as to what's going on. But the one thing that I know that we can do is this whole area under the farm. So let's go ahead and start with a bunch of blocks and then turn, well... See, this wall is no good, right? Like, that's just a given. We need to get rid of the wall, and that's a problem that the armor zombie didn't die. I guess I'll have to keep an eye on that. I haven't really seen that happen a bunch, though. But what I'm thinking is definitely some quartz pillars. So let's go back to the stone cutter here and do... we'll start with 8. These pillars will definitely go on the corners here, so those will go up. Then I think we could do like... I definitely want glass around this thing. We won't go all the way up, by the way. We'll just be doing a little bit of it, like on the ground. I don't think there's a true need to even go all the way up, and that would make it look way less cool, like the farm itself. So we start with that. Then we could do... I mean, I don't know. I think... maybe we could try some white panes, right? Like, we could take these and connect this. I think that would be really cool. That would match. And then maybe we could fill the rest of this in with staircases, honestly, because then I can still open the chests, which is good. This stuff might move, though, by the way. But yeah, I think this would look good. And then we could cap all of this off with some end rods, maybe, because end rods look really good with quartz. But I think we should take the pillars, if we're going to leave them in, up a little bit more to, I guess, give them a little bit more fanciness, if that makes sense. But let me go ahead and finish this off. I definitely like this, and let's get some staircases going as well. Or you know what, because the staircases look good, right? Like, that looks cool, it's good, but it is also really kind of basic in my opinion. So what if we added a little bit of depth to this by placing blocks in the corners? Because usually, well, I don't know if I like that. We'll just, maybe we could turn the staircases, right? Yeah, I think that looks a little bit better. Did I lose a staircase, or is it in here? Okay, there you go. Yeah, I think that's better. Now, this is something that we need to take a look at. Maybe we'll make a chorus fruit farm really soon. I think the chorus fruit should definitely be, well, should it be? Yeah, let's put chorus fruit and seeds right next to the purpur. But I think we need to smelt this stuff in a furnace to make popped chorus fruit. Then we combine it with, I think, a blaze rod, if I can remember. It's been so long. All right, popped chorus fruit, and then do we just go there and there? We do. Okay, cool. So that's how you do that. Awesome. Okay, well, whenever we come back and do the actual low area around this just whole collection spot, we will need to keep in mind that we need a lot of light, because this thing creates just a massive shadow. So that means I think I'd like to wait to really decorate the ground area around here until I have sea lanterns. I think sea lanterns would be the best way to do this, so yeah, maybe that's a project we'll do soon. Now, I did go ahead and turn the stair upside down so I can actually access this chest, and then I sorted everything that we have so far into all of these chests, and I think this is a nice setup for maybe like an auto sorter or something. I don't really want to put a building in over here until I know what I'm doing around here, like in terms of sorting and all of that stuff, but yeah, so that's what's going on over there and what I'm kind of thinking, and yeah, I think that's probably a good spot to leave today and this episode and everything. So I'll keep an eye on that and see how that goes. I might AFK fish again in between episodes, but I'm not too sure. I do know that I have a lot of water bottles in my AFK fish farm that need to be emptied, so I'll probably just end up drinking all of those. But it is, of course, time for the comment of the day. Today's comment of the day is from Anton M. The comment: Wattles, can you make a zoo for all of the exotic animals in Minecraft? I think that would be an amazing idea. I think I might have talked about it very briefly, very briefly in some random episode, but yeah, I love the idea of kind of importing like a panda and parrots, and we definitely have the land for it, so maybe that'll be a project that we work on pretty soon, or at least start. We could definitely break the ground and bring, one animal over and put it somewhere. I'd love to incorporate the hostile mobs into that too, or at least like the rarer ones, like maybe a zombie villager, things like that. But with that is episode 52. I have a question for you. I'll put a poll on the screen here, but when we have like a double episode, like today's episode and the last one, do you like them to be back to back, or would you want them spread out, like we do a different project in between? So vote in the poll if you want. If not, that's fine. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you to all of my wonderful patrons as always for the support, and go have a good day, everyone. I will see you next time. Goodbye, everyone.